Welcome back to our Moneyball series here with Barnsley. So, 2 games off camera. We lost the first one against Liverpool. Then we managed to beat Norwich 1-0. So it goes all down to this game. If we win or draw and Newcastle drop points, we can sneak that position and get to the Conference League, which is good because I don't plan on being that competition ever again. So next will be our only chance to ever win it and try and do like the full work of European trophies. So they play Chelsea away. So if they lose, we need to just draw. If they draw, we need to win. If they win, we're out. So simple as that going to this game. So today's episode, we are going to do the last game of the season against Burnley, then the end of season review, and then we'll start looking at players for next season. So nice entertaining episode for you. And I'm looking forward to it as well. Let's get into the first game against Burnley. This is your team. Nice and easy. Let's get into the game. The manager says we're favourites for a reason. Of course we are. Got the latest scores on the right side as well. I'm just going to look at, we're just going to ignore the match stats. We just need to win the game. And yeah, maybe it makes it more slightly more interesting when you see the Chelsea and Newcastle result at the same time. As Burnley are going to counter us on a corner early on here. The ball through, really gets to that. Brugge gets to that. Plays it into Joaquin Go. Yeah, Joaquin Go played from the start last game. Just playing from the start now. And yeah, the start US players, I think is where we're going to go with it. I think he is the best player, but he just, for so often, he would start a game as being ineffective, and he's so much better coming off the bench. And so is anybody that plays the left wing, it seems. So that's why I kept putting him on the bench. But yeah, it's going to resort to starting him now at this point. We need to go good to 44 and look at the tactical change as much as the change for the play. And there it is, 1-0 to Chelsea. Chelsea have gone up. So as things stand, we are going to finish in the Europa Conference League place. UEFA Conference League is going to be for us if things stay as they currently are. Chelsea gone 2-0 up, right? All we need to do is draw. I take off Salah and put on Sorinola. I take off Vinagre and put on Tyke Mitchell as well. I like for Burnley, they go short from their free kick. Paredes has it. Christie plays it back to Collins and to Paredes. Oh, please don't let him score, boys. After giving ourselves a chance. Wow, that was close. Right. Joaquin Go's going to come off. I think Marcus Leonardo's gone on the left wing. That's going to be the last change. Already in 64 minutes on the clock. It's going to be the time that change is made. Rice Tyson plays it across to Esposito. He sneaks it in. Come on. There it is. And that's a good goal for us. Right. That should do it. That should put us into the Conference League. Esposito to Leonardo to Esposito. Dribbles with it. What was that? Oh, we just scored. I thought it was just a free kick highlight, and I thought it was like an end of highlight thing situation again, but it wasn't. We've actually scored from a corner. Second phase, watch it again together. Rice puts the corner in, headed towards goal by Leonardo, hits the bar, comes down, Ami taps it in for a goal. 2-0 Barnsley, and that is definitely game over now. Well, 59 points we're going to finish on, which are 59 points. A lot worse than last year, but we did recover it pretty well considering how the tactic was doing and how the team was doing. It's an interesting concept of where we go next, though. Like players, I think we need a centre-back. 100% we need to get like a good centre-back. I think Brugge would be a good number 4, number 3 centre-back, but not a number 2. Number 1 being like, you obviously have 2 centre-backs. So you've got your first choice centre-back and your second choice centre-back, who would be your partnership of like your, your number 1 centre-back and number 2 centre-back, their first choice partnership together. Yeah. So I say Ali's our number 1 centre-back. We're not going to anybody better than Ami, I don't think. And then I want Brugge to be our number 3 or 4, ideally. Messley's in goal, no danger of that changing. Could look at right back. We're going to have to look at homegrown players as well a little bit. And that's 3-0 Leonardo with a goal. I like Leonardo. He does bits and pieces all right. Like, I think he'll be good in the Cups and the Europa League, the Conference League next year. Like, he does okay on the wing at times. He's not amazing. Like, if I got a really good deal, I would let him go. But I'm not going to seek to sell him out of like, any particular reason. Brennan Johnson was definitely going to stay. It depends whether he stays as a 10 or goes back to as a box-to-box midfielder. That's just what the question becomes there. Sangare can leave. I'm not really bothered about Sangare. I think he's pretty average for us. And he's 30 years old now. Last highlight of the season then, Ami and Sandri into Sangare. Whoops into Leonardo. And that should have been safe, but it's 4-0 to Barnsley. Nope, this is the last highlight of the season. Sangare, Sorinola whipped in. Esposito, keeper saves. And that's going to end the season for us with a 4-0 win against Burnley. Unless this highlight continues here a little bit. It could do. Okay, it's going to continue. Tyke Mitchell absolutely whacks it over to Sorinola, who flicks it on fullback to fullback. Esposito, 5-0, and this is offside. And it's offside. That's going to end the game, surely. There it is. Yeah, end of the game, 4-0 win for Barnsley. That puts us in the conference, which is a good thing. Any form of European competition is good, not just for the money, which, I mean, it's not that much. It's going to be a little bit, not much, but it's about keeping the players slightly happier being in European competition. It's an extra trophy to play for, and we should be able to have 22 first-team players effectively next year where we can compete for all the trophies, and we'll just do full rotations of the team for those games, right? And that's going to be another season in the books as well. That's season 6? 6 in the books. There we go. The end of season review. The new arrivals. It's given Eggins the best arrival. Okay, Esposito I think probably should have been that, but okay, they gave it to Eggins. Salas I think was pretty good. I like Salas a lot. I think it's a great signing. I think long term, while we play a back four, I'm not saying we're all going to change from that, by the way. I'm just saying that while we have a fullback position, I think he'll just stay as the fullback. He's quick. He seems to be fairly decent. He's going to be club homegrown eventually. They think he's a championship player, so yeah, whatever coaches, don't care what you think. And yeah, so I think that was a pretty good signing there. Viviani, average, but we made a profit on him, pretty big one as well. Vinagre was pretty average to poor, but he cost us 1 million and he's homegrown, so he'll stay. Even if he stays as a backup, he'll stay next year. Carlos will probably sell. And Eli was a little bit disappointing, but we changed formation. I don't know what to do with him. We might sell him. He's worth so much money. I don't want to do that though. I might try him as like a box-to-boxer. We'll see. And the season results. 7th place. Not great, but at least it's European competition. At least for now, I think we have to wait for a result to happen. Sponsorship, everything went up except for broadcast revenue, which went down. Yeah, those names are pretty much okay with that. How we lined up, there's your 4-2-3-1. That's pretty much correct as well. Accolades, fans for the season is Yannick Brugger. Young player of the season is Andreas Reist. Signing of the season, Eggins. Goal of the season, Sandri. Took off scorer is Reist. Most assist is Salas, right back. Nice, I like that. Esposito, man of the match awards. Highest rating is Brugger. Most passes with Viviani. Most clean sheets in the season. The club record, Meslier. Worst discipline, Salas. Love that. Absolutely love that, Salas. 1 red, 23 yellows. Love it. And that is your end of season review. We are bang up to date with how things are going. Overall, best 11. Let's have a look at that quickly. Any newcomers? Esposito's got into it. Joaquin Go, Wesley. Nice. Josh Coyote, still what a legend he was. What a legend you were, Josh, mate. Absolutely tore up in that season. So next season, I think we'll say Europa League. Okay. Mid-table then, I guess. Wisdom Amel, Young Player of the Year award. Nice. Congratulations, Wisdom. Oh, the new owners. I like the new owners. 62 million transfer budget. Not much more on the wages, but that's okay. I can deal with that. We're in a good financial position as well. Really good, in fact. That's a really good transfer budget considering we're not mathematically in Europe yet. It's still waiting for something, isn't it? One of the cup games is waiting to see if the Europa Conference League goes to the league position or not. That's what it's waiting for, isn't it? All our players are wanted, which is good. For Salas, a new contract immediately. His minimum fee release clause is 20 million. A lot of money, but it takes away his release clause, and that's like our first choice right back sorted for the next few years, I think, really. It changes the squad next year. So we play this tactic here. If we play the 4-2-3-1, I think I want a better number 10 straight away. Carlos Torres is the first player that I'm going to let go, I think. Good young player. We'll just take the money for him and move on. Have we got any youngsters that are still out on loan? No, not really. Going to the first team just for pre-season. And maybe him as well, maybe. And Dylan Hart, why not? Like, Marcus Dino is wanted. How much money for? Like, yeah, maybe. Okay, so. Player attributes reveal. So do we just do it every 2 seasons? We didn't do it last season. So then do we do it this season and then keep doing it like that? I'm still not sure how I'm going to do it, to be honest with you. And because, like, what I could do is try and figure out, like, I could go through the exact players that we signed. So not this transfer window, but the one before. And just work backwards from there. Or I could just do it every 2 years. If they're in the first or the second year, it's sort of left up to being random then. Rather than, because you have to keep working out, like, who actually was signed in what window and stuff like that. Right, I need to call an audible here. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to play attributes reveal for this entire season. And then we'll turn it off again. Because some of these players we would have seen, they'd have just played one season, we're going to get to see them now, and some of them we won't have seen now for 2 seasons. And I think on Twitch, when I do this type of save, I never show any attributes ever until we're finished and we go back. But this one, we've sort of showing the attributes been part of, like, I think your experience, and from what I think a lot of you do like to see the attributes, see how players are developing as well. So yeah, I think I'm going to do it on this occasion here. And we'll just do another attributes reveal. This is going to be for 2 seasons worth pretty much. I'm not going to go back and look at anybody that we bought and sold, but just these current players as they currently are. We're going to do that now. So we'll do a player attribute reveal right now, and then we'll get back into doing the rest of the save in a second. Right then. I actually forgot who we have even actually signed the last 2 seasons. Right, so we haven't seen from here onwards, have we? So let's go through this list here. And we'll start off with... Well, actually, we've seen Wesley. Let's start off with Wesley then. Oh, okay. He's still not as quick as I thought he'd be. I thought he was slightly quicker than that. That's interesting, because they're saying that... Because they don't mention his pace at all, do they? So, yeah, he's only got 15s for base acceleration. It goes back to it, doesn't it? Brennan Johnson. Yeah, looks like a solid box-to-box player, like a number 10 maybe. I think it's pretty much standard, isn't he, from how he is at the start? Johnny Kenny. Johnny Kenny's all right. Tell you what, Johnny Kenny, if his name wasn't Johnny Kenny, it was like, you know, if Esposito had those attributes, I'd be happy with that. That's pretty good, you know. I'm massively underrated. I'm not interested really in selling him if I can avoid it. It's unfortunate he's not actually homegrown. Or is he homegrown? No, he's not. Johnny Kenny's a good player. He's not playing great because he's unhappy with me. How long's his contract for? 3 more years. I mean, I could keep him. I think he's pretty good, Johnny Kenny. That's a bit of a surprise he's that good. Edwards, yeah. So Edwards probably better than Wesley. And I've been playing Wesley this entire time. That's a shame. Although he's not great either. He's just quick. He's a bit average, really. But, yeah, I'd rather sell Wesley and keep him if I have to now next season. Yeah, I think I'd rather play Wesley instead of him, generally. Like, that's what I would have done on the face of it. So, I don't look he plays that well when he, you know, when he actually plays in the matches. He doesn't play like he's a quick, effective player, you know? Yannick Brugger. Okay. He's pretty good. The technicals are quite poor for a centre-back, but he's okay. But I'd keep him, like, as I said, I think I was pretty much right in my assessment. Like, 3rd choice, 4th choice, absolutely fine. Joaquin Go. I think you can see where attacks that uses wingers the way that ours does, you need your wingers to be some of the better players in your team, and these just aren't. That's pretty poor, really, from a winger perspective. That's yet again another signing in from South America that's not worked out for a wide player. Right, Mitchell, yeah, he's exactly the same, isn't he, as he's at the start of the game. We'll know that. Storinola, okay, he's not very quick, and he's pretty poor in the air. I mean, he's homegrown. I'm not really that interested in getting rid of him because of the fact he's homegrown, but if somebody else comes available, we could. He's wanted, though. They want to pay a lot of money for him, maybe. Marcus Leonardo. Okay. Like, he's a pretty good striker. I mean, even though he's 5'8", apparently he's very good in the air. Like, for something, it's 5'8" in particular. And he can't dribble, so playing him on the wing isn't a good idea. So I have to look at Leonardo really there as a striker next season if you were to look at those attributes. Rather than an actual winger, because his dribbling is terrible. Great finisher. That's interesting. Him and Johnny Kenny are quite similar, actually. Sandri. It's just a bang average pivot player, isn't it, really? Is what that is. Yeah, okay. Great. Eli should be a world-class number 10 for us. He's amazing. He's so much slower than I thought he was, playing on the wing this entire time. But that is an incredible player attributes. Wow. I thought it was pretty good because of the reports we were getting on him. Oh, I thought it was a 12 million for release clause. No, 120 million. Yeah, he's world-class, isn't he? What a signing that was. 9.5 million, Eli. What a player. So yeah, he goes in as number 10, 100%. What a signing that was. Carlos Torres, who we're going to sell anyway. Yeah, that was a gamble. Didn't work out. Vinagre. Same as Sorinola, really, isn't he? He's like a left back that's good going forward, not really that quick and isn't good in the air. So, yeah. Viviani. Yeah, good decision to sell him. Not great, is he? He's not terrible. Like 4.5 million is 4.5 million for him. We're going to get 11 for him, so that's pretty good. Salas. Oh, here we go. The only problem with him is he's terrible in the air. I'm pretty sure he'll be club homegrown at the end. Or at the very least homegrown. I think he will be. I mean, he's pretty solid across the season. He's going to be agile, he's quick. He probably needs to get a bit better technically. Like dribbling. To be more effective, you would think. But yeah, I don't know what I was expecting, really. I thought he'd be a little bit better technically. But yeah, he needs to be... I don't know, it's an awkward one, that, really. Because he needs to get either better in the air or better going forwards. Probably a bit of both. But he needs work to be a world-class right back, but he's a pretty decent one. Esposito. Yeah. Getting quicker. Really good player. What's his release clause? I have one. Is he significantly better than Leonardo? No. He's better in the air by quite a bit in his jumping reach. Yeah, not a bad player at all. Just get a bit quicker, he'd be okay actually. Work rate's terrible. Yeah, so if Brugger's your 3 and he's your number 4 centre back, it's not too bad. But he's not bad, Eggins. It's not bad at all. Now, youngster, not amazing. And Jan Boller, bang average, probably quite poor. Yeah, I was looking at selling him anyway, or considering selling him. So, I don't mind. So, him and Brugger are both good number 3 centre backs, I would say. But tackling of 12, they're both flawed in different ways. One of them's going to have to go, I think. I'm not sure which one yet, but one of them will have to go, I think, at some point. Like we said, who do you want to look at? Any current players? Looked at Rice. How's Rice getting on? So Rice is good, and he's a really good striker in the front too. But he's a decent winger, but he's got 2 traits that I don't really like for wide players. I do think that I'm considering cashing in on him. The squad is new, to be fair. Youngsters, Dylan Holt. Oh my God, no. Curtis Crosby. Absolutely not. And the goalkeeper. Yeah, no chance. Messi's still doing good. Got his quickness back up. His acceleration back up to 10. That's nice. With Tamami, see how he's developing. Oh my God. Yeah, you can now work on I don't know, ball control. Something like that, I think he's have to work on next. Right, that is your attribute reveal. Now let's go and turn that off again. I mean, John Lennon scored all those goals in the Premier League for Brentford. I think he's got to be the one we go for a striker, right? Oh, they got relegated as well. Yeah, it's got to be him, hasn't it? Surely. Yeah, I think John Lennon 100% has got to be the player to bring in a striker. That player's gone. It's a shame because I think he'd have been amazing if I could afford him last season. Yeah, I'm thinking that. I think that's the most important one for a striker. I could sell Leonardo. I sell Leonardo and at least one more to get to replace him as well. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's have a look at this then. Let's transfer this couple of players. I mean, I know Leonardo's got an interest on him, so that's why I'm looking at selling him first, just because I know he's definitely going to sell. But that's one player that's got to go, I think. And Coratore's already been transfer listed. I mean, I don't really want to sell Rice. I do and I don't. Just get these out of the way first, just so we can actually see what we've got. Get 3 youngsters out of the way. Yeah, Sangare's got to go. 1.7. Nothing for Sangare. What about, I don't know, pay half his wages? No? Oh, it's going to be impossible to get him off the books, isn't it? Christ. Somebody does want Carlos Torres, though. Okay. How about, 2.5 million, lads? That's still a profit, massive profit for us. Right, I like all these strikers. I like Johnny Kane. I like all of them. So I don't know who I get rid of, really. He's so unhappy. He's just not going to improve, is he? Let's see what I get for him first. because he's the most unhappy player of the whole group. Be him out the squad, him out the squad. It's a shame. I actually really like Johnny Kenny. Sorry, Nola, we can sell for 14 up front. What should I buy him for? 7. Double our money on him. We could probably do that if we sign somebody else that's going to be homegrown. $1 million for Carlos Torres. We signed him for 800 grand. That's another little profit again. Can't sell Sangare at all, apparently, so I'm just going to keep him as a backup because, like, we just may as well at this point. The amount of money we're going to sell him for. Right, I've been able to get an offer for Brugge instead of Boller. Might take it just because I want to sell one of them. I can't get an offer from anybody else, a centre back, so our bank balance is 81 million in the plus. We haven't sold anybody yet. I can get off from Eggins as well. Okay. Right. So I can keep Boller and sell the other 2 centre backs. That's what we're going to do. Right. So just sold some players. See how that goes. I'm going to try and sign John Lennon. And but yeah, I think in the next episode we'll go through all of the like stats we're going to sign and stuff. Because for now we're looking at some of the players that have still got the stats from last year and have done well this year. Right, offer accepted for John Lennon. It's 30% from the next seller is all we've given them, and a pretty reasonable offer. Yeah, boys, he's in. Let it be. John Lennon is coming towards Barnsley, and he's going to be one of our best signings, hopefully, in the save. We had great stats the first year. Last year goes to Brentford instead of us. Scores a load of goals in a team that got relegated, bottom of the league. So, and we're buying him for the same amount of money that they bought him for. So we're not losing too much money, to be honest. So what's nice about that is we're buying him for almost exactly the same amount that we were trying to buy him from Santos for. So we've got lucky. I thought we'd lost out on a great player. We're just going to get him, and we're not having to pay like 50, 60 million to get him back, right? So, great signing. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave the episode there because it's a nice place to stop at. 3rd of June. I'm going to go back now, and next episode we're going to come back. For me, it's going to be in a second. I'm going to start recording straight away, but I'm going to break up the episodes here. We'll end it here with our player attribute reveal. We've looked at who we're going to sell, and we're going to look at I've looked at really just signing the first player, John Lennon. So a striker with Esposito and John Lennon, with also Leonardo or Rice. I think Leonardo or Rice have to go. One of those two has to leave. But yeah, those are the 2 that we're going to look at, and hopefully build the rest of the squad from there. Got a lot of money to spend, and a lot of the players that I've offered out and are going to negotiate in, I've delayed their transfers. A lot of them, it's like we're getting like 10 million of their transfer to spend in our transfer budget, which is great because I think it's 100%, isn't it? Yeah, so we're in a really good financial position. Hardly any transfer debt whatsoever. Looking in a great position going forwards. Thank you to all of you for watching and enjoying the series. I can't appreciate you enough for commenting, liking all the videos and being involved. And please keep doing that. It lets me know that there is still people watching and wanting to carry on. It's been pretty good. If I upload a video, I know that if it doesn't get any views straight away, that it does over the next few days because people are watching it in their own way. Some of you watch it as it comes out. Some of you wait like a few days for a few episodes to put up, then watch 3 in a row. But however you do it, thank you to you, and thank you to all of you, and I'll see you all next time.